Grixis, mid-range, where's your head at? Once again, I don't need these unless I'm listening. So the reason I have my headphones at the beginning on some of these videos is actually because I'm usually listening to a podcast called Time Sunk with Dan Cummins. And it's really fun. Like, there's some really cool stuff. Yeah, go Chiefs. There's some really cool stuff. I probably should have shut that door. I'm going to get punished later. But there's just a ton of really cool random topics. But anyways, that's completely irrelevant. So here we go. This is Grixis Midrange. This has actually been one of my favorite decks to kind of play around with so far in this format. There's a lot of options. Like, he's opening up mono red and I'm staring at 3 removal spells, which is pretty good. Not great, as I don't have an untapped land this turn. But that's probably okay. We're going to get hit for like 3 damage or something on turn 2, so which is okay. We're not in danger mode yet. Yeah, see, perfect. We're going to get hit for 3 damage. I'm going to go to 16. We've got that 2/2 coming at us no matter what we do next turn. So this is kind of an interesting situation. I should probably just leave that out there. These are all instants, so no reason to overextend or anything yet. Next turn we'll be able to double removal. So many go for the throats. It's crazy. Good thing it doesn't play artifacts. Hopefully you play something interesting. Okay, that's kind of a non-starter. That doesn't really matter. It's just going to swing down with those 2. So then we probably just Abrade the 3/3. I don't know if that deck... I think it, for the most part, doesn't play any artifacts. And I need to go for the throats for the Shivan Devastators later, just because they tend to get bigger than 3/3. At least that's just my thought process. So we're going to take 2 here. And then we're going to... Oof. Can he remove Sheoldred next turn? Oof, this might be... So he's going to play the Kieran, and then he's going to swing... If he plays the Kieran, we just win. So, Kieran, I can't remember actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what it's actually called. But it's the 3/3 whenever it attacks, put a 1/1 counter on something, and then deal damage equal to the number of attacking creatures that have 1/1 counters other than it. So... But he realistically probably has a 5 damage removal spell, and he'll just get rid of Sheoldred, which wastes the second tick of this. Unless he has a Swift Spear or something, in which case I just get dunked on. So, here we are. We're just hanging out for a minute. Yeah, my hair is a mess today. Phoenix Hatchling, that's pretty good. We don't block, because then we just get lightning struck and die. So... Which, drawing this card is the same as if we got the 2 life anyway. So, I think we just Reckoner here. If anything. Actually, I probably just hold up the double removal spell. And the removal spell and counter spell. If I'm not blocking, I should swing for 4 also. But we got to make disappear if stuff gets weird. So I think we're just going to be kind of in a holding pattern for a minute. That's fine. I'm getting the feeling we're just going to be doing a double go for the throat. Or we'll go for the throat. Hopefully he casts a spell. Like, that would be best case scenario. He really should just move to attacks and attack. Especially if he has a lightning strike in hand. He should just move to attacks and attack. Even if he doesn't have lightning strike in hand, he still should just attack all the way down. I think we're fine with this. I don't think we really care. Yeah, there we go. That way we can 2 for 1 with our make disappear. And now he goes to swing, and we kill one of the little guys. Because this guy's going to keep coming back no matter what. So we end up taking 4. I'll draw a card. Wish we had a land. That'd be really cool. So... I'm not really in a hurry yet. It's like having the 2 go for the throats open. I want to play Reckoner and then like have that draw card option. It also gives me a blocker for this guy because I can activate it with Sheoldred. And then put Reckoner out there because that 4 damage spell is a sorcery. The 5 damage one's an instant, but if he had it, he would have used it there. So I think we were going to play Reckoner. just in case he has the 5 damage spell. This is actually really good. Oh, this is perfect. Everything's coming up Millhouse. So, it doesn't have Lightning Strike. I think we might be done here. Perfect. Okay, cool. Now we'll let him move to attacks. And we'll go for the throw with this guy. And that should pretty much end this game. Especially if I windmill, slam a land or something. That'll work. I think we can proactively use this, actually. Oh, cool. Still gonna keep the go for the throat up. Just because Shivan Devastators in the end game are just monstrous. That's fine. Hopefully he swings all out. Because then we can block the etching and then we can... Do I care? I think we're just going to press our advantage now. He's got 3 mana. I really need to save that. I don't really mind. But if he draws a Lightning Strike, I'm just hosed. That's fine. I think we can take 4. That's fine. Yeah, I probably should have just taken 4. That's okay. Yep. There's our land. Yeah, this game's over now. Because we have the extra mana to activate Xander's Lounge. To crack this, to discard a card and draw a card. We're looking at Invoke Despair next turn. Yeah, we're pretty much done here. I honestly... Yeah, I'll just swing for 4. We'll accelerate this a little bit. Mono Red just cannot play around Sheoldred. Like, if you're not running the 5 damage instant, you will just get curb stomped by it. It doesn't seem... It keeps asking me this. That's really weird. I wonder if they're using that to look for problematic archetypes or something, maybe? Could be problematic archetypes. Like decks that are not super fun to play against. Or, I mean, like, I was super self-conscious about it at first. I thought it was asking if I had a good time because, like, I was maybe doing something like roping or... Which, if you don't notice my play, but I actually usually prioritize playing quickly over... Didn't I have Reckoner? Yeah, okay, cool. This is a good card in this matchup against Esper. Gosh, that card is... So this card is just kind of silly because it still dies to this. Like... I don't know if Rafine is as good anymore. It's hard to tell. Like, if you're doing a more aggressive build, where maybe you start with like an Evolved Sleeper or another 1-drop into... Hey, buddy. Fancy seeing you here. Let's just get this rolling. Because then hopefully he plays an enchantment or something we can Invoke Despair him. Yeah, it's fine. That doesn't really matter. Oof, okay. He is all aboard that aggro plan. I don't know that I can actually beat that Rafine, but we'll cross that bridge here in a minute. We're going to just start chaining together Invoke Despairs, and we'll see how far that gets us. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. Yeah, we're just invoking this turn, right? There are some other things we could do, but I have to hurt myself to do it. That's interesting. Probably keep you back as a blocker. Yeah, so this card actually seems really good against Invoke. Because he'll just always have the dude to... Oof. Oh, that's problematic. So hopefully he does not do it on Dennick. Which Dennick is probably actually the right answer, but it's fine. Creature and Planeswalker. Yeah, we're pretty far behind now. Yeah, we're really far behind now. I think we're dead. You're dead next turn anyways. Do I need the extra mana? So hopefully we draw a targeted removal spell. Oh, gosh, this is getting even worse. No. Yeah, we're dead, boys. There's not much to get out of this at this point. Because I could... So I'm going to move to attacks. Create the treasure token. He can block. That's fine. It would have been super cool if he blocked with the Sheoldred. But it's fine. We pretty much have to play this. And even then, I think 4, 8, 9, we're still dead next turn. So is there anything else we can do? I don't think so. We can play a blocker. Lets us survive a turn, but this game's over. Alright. So that one didn't go as well. If we did draw a spot removal card there, it might have been okay. If I was better at Magic, I probably would have been okay. Just, that helps. But overall, Grixis Midrange is in a really good spot. You do have answers, like, and you do have just a lot of passive card draw and stuff like that. When you see me looking over the left, it's because I'm starting to get a bad habit of not looking at the... I'm keeping an eye on the audio, just listening to the... Making sure it's not spiking too bad or anything like that. There was a weird echo I was having for a couple days. That was really frustrating. But yeah, so... Tasty. I should advertise. Not that anybody cares, but yeah, that Dan Cummins podcast I listened to, I could have done an untapped land, but it wouldn't have mattered. No one drops, but there is the only reason I did that is because if I draw 2 more of these or another one of these, I don't want to have 2 lands I can't play on turn 3 to curve out. But this is not. This is against the mono blue deck. Yep. Oof, and he's a good mono blue player. So let's just see if we can get some stuff rolling. So I've got bang, bang, bang. Like I have 3 big spells in a row that hopefully he's going to have to counter every single one. They do run a ton of counter spells though. And then when they're not countering spells, they're drawing cards. You can't really play around Make Disappear because if you wait 2 extra turns... Ooh, he's stuck on mana, which probably means he's actually loaded up on counter spells. Let's just play Reckoner. I think that's fine, actually. If he wants to negate the Reckoner, then I think we're a pretty happy camper. No, he probably thirsts at the end of the turn, actually. Right? Yeah. Cool. Which we could activate this right now and draw a card, but there's not a reason. He missed a land drop and then discarded a basic land, so he must have drawn 2 lands off of that. That's interesting. I usually just straight up... Oh, this is problematic. So I guess we do this. So the bummer sauce thing here is that because he reduces the cost, he's sitting on an Essence Scatter in there probably. So if I don't go to cast Sheoldred, I'm just going to get Raffle Stomped, unfortunately. This is a really bad spot to be in. It's fine. I guess we'll just hope he doesn't have 2 counterspells. That's interesting. Is he deciding to make disappear? What? Huh. Okay. Well, kind of interesting. I guess maybe he can bounce Sheoldred back to my hand or something. Yeah, I don't know that I would let the Sheoldred resolve, but I don't think the 4 damage really matters, especially when you're going to just... Huh. Okay. A second Fading Hope? Yeah, I am just kind of very interested. So, I don't think he has any counterspells for creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really actually just want to play this again. It's fine. Because now you can't... Yeah. Yeah, not much I can do about that. I could play around Make Disappear. But that's about it. Yeah, so basically if he has a counter target non-creature spell and he has a slip out the back, we're pretty much done here. Because our out is resolving an Invoke Despair. So he would have had to not draw a counter non-creature spell in the last 2. I don't know if that land drop makes it more or less likely. I wasn't paying too close attention to his land drops. Let's see. Here we go. I think I just have to get... If I draw an untapped land, there's at least... Yeah, well. That also works really well. Yeah, he didn't take a long time to think about it either, so there we go. I think that's GG material. It's fine. No, did you have a good time there? Nope, nope, you don't. I, for one, did not have a good time. No, actually, it was great. Sometimes I wish I could go back and look. So, like, in StarCraft, you used to... Oh, he said hello. Hello. When I used to play StarCraft, you could go back and watch replays, and you could see what your opponent was doing, which was super cool. And this kind of lacks that, so... And if you don't think I will snap block here, I will 1000% snap block here. Yep. Don't care. This is literally the reason you don't do that. Should have just hung on to it, but it's fine. Oof. That's good. Thanks. Do I just 2 for 2 him? Otherwise, does the sleeper get out of control? So he can make it a 2/2, and then he can make it a 3/3 for 3 mana, but then he can't also give it a 1/1. So we can probably hold off on that for a turn. Which I know making a creature is kind of an odd way of spending a turn, but probably going to crack the blood token. Really? Huh. Okay. Alright. It's just kind of weird. Because we're about to cycle through a ton of cards. He's not buffing the sleeper. Playing another creature or something? No. See, that's... If he makes the 2/3, then this is just like... Ugh. Ugh. Feels good. I don't actually need to do this, but... Sulfurous Spring. I would like to keep a land, but the likelihood of me drawing a land off the 2 cards is pretty high. And I have the Soaring City worst case. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, if we attack into Soaring, he just gains 2 life. So we probably just do this. Thanks. Oh. I just didn't even know that was in this deck. Full disclosure. So he has to have spot removal going to next turn. It's way harder to deal with that. Oh no, we have go for the throats. Oops. It is not. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you gotta go for the Kiki Jiki, bud. No, this... Him being at 1 card, this is... We're looking okay. He must have a quest to just kill my stuff, because otherwise that's... I mean, he can't hit Corpse Appraiser with Cut Down, so... I guess there is that. I don't actually need this anymore. Yeah, there we go. Cool beans. Oh, I probably should have checked to make sure he has a creature. Yeah, okay. I've done that a few times. Grab him. I am the aggro deck now. He's probably sitting on an Invoke Despair, if anything. Yeah, so hopefully as... Oh, yeah, good game. Yeah, so he was really proactive. I mean, like, should have just upgraded the Sleeper and not doubled down into the Soaring. So, in my opinion, I could be way off base. Maybe that's not the right play, but... I know Soaring looks good against, what's that white removal spell? Exiles everything, but it doesn't exile planeswalkers. That one's pretty good. I wonder if I actually need to, because I can see the mouse over here. I wonder if I actually can, if I move this over here, and I move the arena over there. Actually, then I'd be playing through my recording, which is funny, but... Oh, this is definitely going to be against aggro. That's great. So we still do the tap land now. Yeah. Brotherhood's End is probably going to be really good here. Well, that was an extremely uneventful turn. So uneventful, I think we're just going to play this. And he's going to abrade it. It's going to be amazing. That's interesting. Oh, he's looking for a mountain. Oof. This is not an instant, sadly. There are still no creatures in the discard. I could have 2-for-1 with Brotherhood's End. And I'm starting to think I should have. Okay, so now we get a 3-for-1 with it, which feels pretty good. Because I'm pretty sure he's done playing stuff for the turn. This actually does way less than it used to. Yep. Now we can exile the chick with Corpse Appraiser. And Corpse Appraiser can activate Bankbuster, so... He's still just fishing for a mountain so hard. Finally got it. But we also have Corpse Appraiser and Go for the Throat on deck, so... Oof, I'm almost actually tempted. If it wasn't for Shivan Devastators... Also, we can reserve the mana, and then if we don't go for the throat, we can draw an extra card, which is fine. Alright, so that does nothing. So, This is exactly why I didn't tap out, is I had to go for the throat against like a big Shivan Devastator, or I had the Reckoner for a land guy, or I could draw a card. So overall, it was pretty good. I think we're almost at the point where we can be the aggro deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 black, 2 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4 black. Nope, blue. Blue. Yep. I mean, we're at 9, so I'm actually... This was kind of an aggressive play, and maybe I didn't need to do this. But we're definitely attacking. Oof. We don't really have any ways of gaining life right now. That make disappear is going to get really important. Yeah. That make it disappear is really important. So we'll just activate this, play this guy. He has an instant. I bet it's that one that deals damage to everything. Oh, if I get to an Invoke Despair, though, he'll have to sacrifice the Mechanized Warfare. So actually, maybe that should have been the direction I was taking with this. Yeah, because I think he's... we're looking at lethal next turn, so I just need to survive one turn. Did he just hit it? Good game. Wow. Okay. That's fair. Sometimes they just have the nuts. No, it's fine. That was really close. I think I made a misplay earlier, so I took a damage from... I didn't need to draw the card, so I took 2 damage from drawing the card. So I don't think that was worth it versus mono red. Apparently, it made the difference of winning, so benefit of hindsight. But that is a dangerous thing to do if you play Magic. Just because something retroactively would have been the correct play does not mean you should make that play in the future. But, yeah, I shouldn't have drawn the card. I really wanted to do one of these tapped first, and then I could have untapped and cut down without taking any damage, but I kind of could have played. It's fine. See, I could have played Bankbuster on that turn if I hadn't done it the way I did it. I guess I am playing as mono red, so there was actually technically a chance that it didn't quite work out that way. Cool. So if we get an untapped land, we invoke Despair next turn. Because he probably plays a land and then 3 mana dudes. Oh, hey, it's the nice retro frame one. Oh, well, that makes our next turn a little easier. Ooh, I don't really care about Reckoner Bankbuster in this matchup, actually. That's not exactly what I want to windmill into, but that's okay. All of a sudden, I wish I had kept one of them. Making that possibly the worst play I could have possibly made. But it's okay. We got Go for the Throat, and then we're going to draw some cards off of that. Ah, perfect. So, end of the turn, Go for the Throat, untap, Invoke Despair to draw 3 cards. Nah. No, we'll save the Go for the Throat. It's fine. Oh, Wait, did I disconnect? Ooh, hello there. We still just cast this. Target an opponent. So, well, there's only one. We are getting the 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so not too crazy. Just felt like we were getting a lot of lands, but I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, that was probably smart. You should still swing for 2. Yep. Because I can't hit that with that. Two creature cards. So, sadly, Reckoner Bankbuster is actually not a creature card. It is an artifact that can potentially become a creature. So I can't get it back with Grixis command yet. Okay. Okay. Can't believe I'm gonna spot kill your land. Seems desperate. Ugh, it's an artifact creature? It is. Fucking F in the chat. Just oops. Still not what I need. I'm gonna get Mishra's Foundry to death. This is gonna be amazing. Hopefully he just draws a Shivan Devastator or something. Please play the 3-mana spell and do not attack for 2. I would appreciate that. Yay! It's actually really bad for us. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still not a crazy ratio. Oh, well, that's a good card. I guess we start with this. And then we will get this. And then we will play this. Okay, next turn we might give Corpse Connoisseur +2/+2 and lifelink. I just don't have anything to return. So he'd have to play a creature. I'm just going to snap block with the Corpse Connoisseur, buddy. No, actually I might bounce it. Sure. I think he also already played a land this turn. Oh. Did I disconnect? No, it's blue. Oh. Is this going to be a happy day? 4, 5, 6. And then we just do red to end this relatively quickly. Yeah, I don't think he can do 8 damage with one spell. 6, 7, 8. Well, no, it's fine. Got greedy last time. Should not get greedy this time. Because that way we've got go for the throat. I think we're done here, buddy. Okay, the Bladecoil Serpent thing was really good there, I guess. The menacing lifelinking thing is the other guy. That's the one I'm honestly considering cutting it for. The worm. 3-drop's already kind of loaded pretty hard. And that Serpent does get better as the game goes on, although most of the big decks that you end up with a bunch of mana against have a bunch of counter spells anyway, so this is a weird hand for this particular... Oh, and it's aggro. Yeah, we might just be dead, boys. We can untap and Abrade, but because he plays the Soldier Lord here, right? That was actually the best play he could have made. That's impressive. It's a bad day for us. Because now we also can't hit the 3-drop. Yeah. Well, we can Abrade it next turn. Why didn't he do it on Mina? I'm curious. That's kind of weird. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know how we get out of this now. I guess that helps. Just... That does not, however, help. I should have done Xander's Lounge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're taking 6 this turn. So unless we pull the 3 damage sweeper, we're pretty much dead. Which actually means if he plays something that has 3 toughness, we're just going to ignore it. Yep, because we just have to get to that card. Otherwise, we're dead. And we're dead. Alright, so I'm going to pause for a second here. And then I'll be right back. Alright, round 2. After, after a short break. I'll only do about 20 minutes on this one. So, probably 3 games. So that's one of the nice things about Arena is the game speed is just fairly quick. You're usually done pretty quick. Be curious in their events, how many of their events actually end up going to time. That'd be interesting. But I can live stream if I wanted to Facebook. There could be comments and stuff. I need to get a hard line up here. So the one we had, it wasn't really working. So I need to redo that whole shindig redo. This is a really rough starting hand if I'm playing against mono red. It's okay. If I could draw a non-pain land, then we're looking pretty good. Okay, not mono red. Alright, we got time then. Not in a hurry. I'll take 1 damage off the Fable and Mirror Breaker. It'll get countered. Nope. No, we good. He plays his 3-drop. Oh. Hey, my Abrade has something to do. This is kind of weird. It's Esper. Cut down only works against Rafine and only actually the turn he gets played. I do need a land this turn, so I can't really get rid of the Takenuma. I need the Abrade. Brotherhood End doesn't do as much. I think this is more of a control variant. It does hit Planeswalkers. It does hit Planeswalkers. So does Invoke Despair, though. So, cool. And then what were we? We were just gonna... We got 2 Abrades, so we'll just Abrade it now. It's fine. Don't really need to get card advantage anywhere or anything. Probably should move to attacks first, because now he can spend the mana to cut down my dude. Oh, he tapped her for a blue, though. So maybe he has Spell Pierce, I guess. I mean, luckily we're done casting spells this turn, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, he purposely picked blue, so... Oh, this is... Oh, please make it 2/2. Okay, that's fine. I'll allow it. So, I'm not going to get that lucky. Just, would have been really cool. But we still absolutely cast Invoke Despair here. It's still weird. It makes me target an opponent. There's only one opponent. I actually don't have a lot of places to go with this, but there's a lot of outs I could draw, which is not exactly where I want to be. Like, even a Corpse Connoisseur doesn't actually do anything right now. Man, this is actually... We're actually in trouble, guys. Just, I know it doesn't look so bad, but this is actually kind of a really awkward spot. He could play a big shoot to whip spell. Or he can hold up counterspell mana. Yeah, we even drew 2 cards off to Invoke Despair. That's fine. I was hoping he would make a 2-2. Oh, that would have been so amazing. Alright. Well, that doesn't really do anything. I don't have anything in the yard to bring back with Takenuma yet. Although, I could just blindly do it, and then I might fill some space for the Corpse Connoisseur. I guess we can try to coax him into playing a second Wandering Emperor. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to do this next turn. And we're going to hope to mill a creature or a planeswalker. Oh, never mind. I think we're fine. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I think we're good, because now we can Corpse Appraiser his dude. And then hopefully draw something that's going to kind of bail us out of this. Another Invoke Despair is pretty good. Fable the Mirror Breaker also would have been completely fine. I can currently make a copy of the Corpse Appraiser and swing for 3, but I don't have anything to hit with it. Yeah. We just want to draw some cards here. Huh. Huh. So, okay, I guess. Wow. Why do you not make the 2-2? This is just kind of bizarre. Probably should have just attacked him and put him to 2. That way if I drew a Sheoldred off of something. We're going to just YOLO swag this. Like, I'm done waiting. I've been trying to coax out that counterspell the whole time. That's kind of weird. Sure. Okay. If you were curious why it went through that whole shebang last turn. It's so we could get here, boys. All right. Well, that was close. Definitely made some questionable plays in that game. There was a chance I could put him to 2, and I'm debating on if that was the better move. I really wanted to kill my other Corpse Connoisseur, so whenever I casted the next one, it would... yeah, he would have had an extra turn with the fairy, though. Yeah, it's interesting. Even if he ultimated to fairy, I think it lets you keep a permanent, so I would just kept Sheoldred, and he would have been dead anyway, so... we go first. This is kind of a rough hand. Corpse Connoisseur is pretty good, but like I almost feel like I have too many of them because I don't have a ton of creatures that are my graveyard. I have to be killing my opponent's stuff to be able to draw cards off of it. I actually see this Avatar used a lot. It's interesting. So the number of Corpse Connoisseurs in the deck seems like a lot. I wonder if he is... Sometimes at the beginning of the game when you notice it's taking somebody a while, they're in a situation like me where they're actually running to let the dogs outside or back inside because the dogs determine when they go inside and outside, not me. They lack opposable thumbs, which makes it very difficult to open things. That's interesting. I should know. Like, this is definitely mono black, but at least I'm pretty sure it's mono black. Oof, that's weird. That's just very oddly convenient. Huh. There we go. And we have another creature in the yard for the next Corpse Connoisseur. He is menace. I can't block him, even if I wanted. Oh, sad. That's okay, though. I think we're going to go this direction, though. Because our end game is just casting this for 6 black. That's interesting. Untap black. Untap black. Don't really care. Although I was tempted to just kill it. Hold on. Nope, that's not what I want. I want black mana, black mana, black mana, black mana, black mana, black mana. Big scary serpent thing for 6 black. Cool. So he gets to keep 1 card, which is fine. So he'll still just probably play this. Oof, okay. We got a lot of options. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do if I was him. I don't feel like I actually got any advantage out of that. So, which is impressive. Let's just draw a bunch more cards. That was smart. If he accidentally sacked the Graveyard Trespasser, he would have still had to sack this because it's also an enchantment. So he remembered to sack the thing. It's funny if the order of operations was just a little differently on that card. Yeah, you have to cut that down. And even still, this game is looking okay. He definitely swings for 3. This is going to be close, actually. Okay. Probably just kill that. Yeah. We don't have time to use that. Okay. That's fine. Oh, man. Let's see what we rip off of this. See if there's a Sheoldred in there. Definitely get rid of one of those. No. It is actually less expensive to cast this, create the blood token, and ditch than do the Xander's Lounge. Am I trying to win this turn? I can't cast Sheoldred anymore, so what's the most we could find is a cut down? Yeah. So the most we could do is get a cut down, or a 2 mana spell. Or a 2 mana spell. Let's just, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Boop. Okay. I wonder, I need to go look that back up and see if I could have won last turn with that card. I didn't think I had a non-summoning sick attacker, though. Again, I have just been seeing that a lot lately. That's just bizarre. So we'll do one more. And then I'll splice these 2 videos together on the soft wear. The wares. There's the softest of wares. My wares, they are soft. Yep. This is an anti-aggro hand. Just. Hopefully he plays a land and a dude. No. Just. Land and a dude. Come on. Land and a creature. Just justify me feeling good about this opening hand. What? I don't want to read that. I absolutely do not want to even mess with whatever that could have been. Let's just do nothing until I get to 6 mana. Sounds great. I think I chose poorly. Let's just tempo him. Ooh, that's exciting news. Okay. Well, specifically, I wanted to get it tonight, but okay. If you're curious why I burned the city, I guess I should have kind of explained it, but we just draw a card. Oh god, this is gonna get countered so hard. There's no way this resolves, right? Yeah, but at least it gives us something to start chaining the Corpse Connoisseurs into. He has to have a 4-mana counterspell of some kind. Yeah, okay. Cool beans. Ugh, but it was Dissipate. No! It's so frustrating. I bet he's even... Oh! Don't even care. Just... Little does he know, I have nothing going on over here. Boy, howdy, am I not missing land drops, though. We just gotta remember not to accidentally cast 2 spells, otherwise this thing starts chaining off like crazy. He really should just... End of turn Wandering Emperor, man. It's fine. Activate the Celestis. Oh, it says it's on me for some reason. Ooh, little mechanical guy. Yeah, he's just got such a grip. Make a 2/2. And whenever he goes to give it +1/+1 lifelink, or +1/+1 to first strike, that's when we cut down on it. Cut down on it. Because I don't know that his deck is actually running any other creatures. No, he's smarter than us. Well, now I'm tempted to not use cut down on it, but it's fine. In case I draw a tapped land. Whoop. Well, let's try this one. I'm about to get spell pierced. They're piercing our spells. Tell me in that fat stack of cards you got over there. Okay. Huh. You gotta have another land. Just, yes. You have like 9 cards in hand. 8. That's a good one. Step 1. Step 2. Step 3. We will get there. It's just... Killed Fairy. Haha! And I still have 3 mana for the Mirror Breaker. Perfect. Just if I was gonna have to make it flip. Just like 3 for 1 myself. That's amazing. That's really good. Well, that does exile his own tokens from these, but this is basically the heart of the deck, is just these 2 cards. And that's probably how he plans on killing us. Otherwise, he's just been drawing a ton of cards, which means if we ever hit a Sheoldred, we're looking pretty good. But he's got 2 mana open for one of the 2 mana counter spells. I've got a ton of land, though, so Casualties isn't really a good card in his deck because he doesn't have a lot of early game tokens to sacrifice to it. But it's interesting. He's not going to have 4 mana to play Wandering Emperor. We might actually get some damage in the next turn. I'm hoping to draw like a Bloodtithe Harvester, and then I can draw a second card off a Bankbuster, and then filter those 2 into this. So I guess I'll put a stop at the beginning of my turn just in case it tries to fast forward to making me pick which cards I'm discarding. Okay, there's another Teferi that went in the yard. Oh, 3 mana open. Yeah, we're in counterspell territory. We do just have a metric ton of... Okay, perfect. I mean, I would have preferred... card that does something? No? Okay. Okay. Like, it's a pipe dream, right? That we're ever going to see a second creature in here? Yeah, but... Yeah, he's playing the control deck. I think he's actually getting into a pretty insurmountable spot. Like, I won't be able to get through it. Because he's been through almost half his deck now. Oh, not quite. Only about 20 cards. That's still a lot. But he's just going to keep filtering with us now for the rest of the game. He can't quite cast Teferi right now, but he can hold his mana open and cast a Wandering Emperor, which I don't really have any answers for. If I just land pass. If he hard casts a Teferi, I'm going to be very confused. That's also fine. I think we're done here. He's got full grip, basically. We got a Corpse Appraiser. I guess I'll give it a turn or two, but I'm pretty sure we're done here. Because now he can hard cast the other Teferi. Yep, and then make a 2/2. And he has Counterspell backup. I could kill the 2/2, but that's about all I can do. Yep. We'll just good game this. That's fine. That's okay. Just didn't have any cards left. Alright, fine. I'll play one more. More things. More things. I'm actually staring at myself right now. I'm fairly grizzled currently. A non-zero amount of grizzling. Definitely. Probably should trim a bit. Yeah. It's funny though, like, all my friends have bigger beards than I do. Like, my buddy Greg and Jeff, they have like these pristine, beautiful locks of hair that they get tailored. What is going on with these swamps? That's really cool. Okay. Some kind of Kamigawa swamp. That is really neat. Phyrexian Hrudfrudabu. Yeah, let's just do this now. Yes. Yes. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, just always, man. This card's actually pretty good. If you ever get to cast it for 7 mana, it's amazing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this, it's either him or him. Like, those are the two options. Oh, cool. We can kill that guy. Never gonna 2-for-1 for this. I really like that card. Don't really care for that card. Well, I also need a cycle so I can keep getting land drops, because if I miss land drop, I'm kind of in trouble. But we're definitely upgrading him. And then next turn we'll invoke. Hopefully he plays like a creature. That's fine. Oops. Well, we goofed pretty hard right there, guys. Yep, should have tapped. I didn't realize I didn't have 4 black mana. That might do us in, unless he plays like a Planeswalker or something. If he Invoke Despairs here, I'll have the mana for Invoke next turn. Do we take the... Man, that's rough. Yeah, I think we have to. Because now he just follows up with Invoke, right? Oh, okay. We're probably dead. I need spot removal and untapped lands. Good game. That's fine. I mean, I might have been able to play the Corpse Connoisseur to grab a Go for the Throat and then Go for Throat it. Yeah, so that was a premature... That was premature GG. I was tilted, unfortunately. Yeah, because I could have Corpse Connoisseured and then had enough mana open to go for the Throat. And that would have put me to 1, which still probably would have died to something, but not immediately. This is a really slow hand, and my opponent goes first. So, not mono red? Not mono red. Alright, where'd this go? Okay. We don't really have a turn 2 Bankbuster. This is a really slow hand. Against not a slow deck. This is very much not a slow deck. Yeah, I might be dead pretty quick here. No spot removal. Oh, he's legendary. That's cool. From Dominaria, that makes sense. We are not going to make it, boys. I need a spot removal card in my next 2 cards. Or the 3 damage to everything card. This is kind of weird. Huh. It's not getting better. I probably actually should have just saved the mana to Bankbuster in case I Bankbuster into a 2 mana removal spell. That's kind of calling your shots a little bit. But Bankbuster into a 2 mana removal spell or a cut down, make casualties. It's okay though. Alright, Lightning Strike and Consider. He can just play both of those and then hit me for 4, 5, 6, 7, taking me to 10. Which is pretty good. Leaves him tapped out though. Which, so we kind of want that to happen a little bit. I've got a lot of options if that happens. That's fine. Kind of hoping he uses mana to try and save him. Whew. Spicy. Now he has to use these two this turn, or else he risks. So you go ahead and spend the 1 blue to consider. And then if you don't have a better play than the Lightning Strike, you just use Lightning Strike. Best case scenario, she chooses not to play them and plays a Teferi -2s, and then I get to just untap Invoke Despair. But this deck doesn't. This is more like a blue-red variant on like Delver or Monastery Swift Spear. It's just going to be a hyper aggro version. It's going to have a relatively low creature count and a bunch of these cards that just kind of take care of it. I think sneak out the back is better than shore up. See, if you play a creature now, you're going to get dunked on so hard, man. I don't have a land drop, but I don't think it really matters. 1 creature in his discard? Yeah. So one of these Corpse Connoisseurs is live. Man, I can't believe that you wouldn't at least cast a Consider. This card's also kind of weird in that deck. I mean, it's probably fine. It's just such a low creature count. I mean, if we draw an untapped black source, we're probably actually just going to make him discard his cards. In which case, I think this is over. Not an untapped black source. 3, 4. So I can only make him discard 2? Only can make him discard 2. Invoke only hits 1 card right now. Actually, I think we go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Yeah, it just seems like a relatively... I don't really need to draw a card. And he's definitely playing aggro, so... I'm going to not make that mistake again. But I have plenty of card advantage in my hand. Don't get me wrong, I'm missing a land drop by doing this, but I'm also giving myself 2 extra life. Which seems fine. It's probably got a counterspell or something, which is okay. I don't think we mind a counterspell. Unless he untaps and Shivan Devastators, then we're... Well, if he untaps and Shivan Devastators, it is what it is. Do we swing for 4 this turn? Probably. Oddly enough, Kiki Jiki I used to block so much. Like, he can make copies of this 5/4. Oh, this is looking really good now. Yeah, no, I think we might be done. He doesn't know we're done. But we're done. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, now I feel better. Okay, perfect. Okay, thanks.